Hello everybody and welcome to the end of Winter Spectacular that is Snowed-In, where two old rivals reunite and fight for the World Heavyweight Championship. Thank you for tuning into this spectacular event. I'm Greeny, and over here is Blues.
It's good to be back calling the action. So Greeny, what do you say we run down the card for this event?
Absolutely. The first match is for the Internet Championship, as #1 contender Arn Anderson faces Bret the Hitman Hart. Then in our second contest, we will have the debut of Big Van Vader as he faces Sting for the Intercontinental Championship. And finally, in our main event, the Champion and Challengers Tournament winner, Mr. Perfect, goes up against Nature Boy Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship.
So without further ado, let's get on to our first match.
There you hear, there is our #1 contender, AA Arn Anderson. He defeated Ricky Steamboat on the inaugural episode of Collision to win this title shot.
Absolutely, he's one of the few guys that's actually done that. He is a reigning television champion, 120 days, one of the longer title reigns, so he is no slouch to a belt like the Internet Championship. And I think he'd love to add that belt to his trophy case. A very accomplished wrestler.
Yeah, but if there's anyone in WCC more accomplished than Arn Anderson, it's probably Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart is in the midst of WCC's second hat trick, as he won the Internet Championship at Champion and Challengers pre-show. And because of that, he created a hat trick, winning the World, Intercontinental, and Internet Championship. And that is a great resume for WCC, so Arn Anderson's got to watch out. The Hitman Hart, definitely no pushover. And here we go, the Internet Championship match is underway, and oh, here, look at this. A pack of wild dogs coming at one another. Now Anderson shoved into the corner there by the Hitman, who gives him a clean break.
You can see the veracity in this match here. There's a knee to the midsection there by Anderson.
Anderson now has Hitman in the corner. There's a fist. There's a knee to the midsection. And now, oh, Hitman blocks the turnbuckle, slamming Anderson into it now. And the Hitman to the far side. He's elevated in the corner with a big backdrop. And the drop kick there by the Hitman finds the mark. And now, over the top rope goes Anderson. And the Hitman starting off very quickly here, going to the top rope. Look at this. And now Hitman drops down and right onto Anderson.
And you can see, look at the speed in the Hitman to kick things off here. Throwing back in, there's the cover. 1, 2.
And Anderson kicks out. Man, and that's a quick exchange there by the Hitman, trying to get rid of Anderson quickly here. And now he straps on a side headlock, trying to slow down the tempo of this match. Anderson now gets himself back up here, and Hitman straps on another kind of headlock. Anderson's got to find his way out of this one here. You can just see the speed, not only the technique, but the speed of Hitman. And now, Anderson gets him against the ropes, sending Hitman to the far side. Shoulder tackle there by the Hitman, over the top. And now Anderson, oh, there's a foot there. Now with the front face lock there by the Hitman. And Anderson, oh, Anderson blocking the suplex. And Anderson with a suplex of his own. Nicely done by the Enforcer. Beautiful vertical suplex. And he neglects to go for the cover here. And just like that, after that quick exchange there by the Hitman, it seems like Anderson's gotten control.
And the Hitman, you saw there with a good foot to the face. He tried to get a suplex down, but not enough. And the Hitman over the top rope.
And Anderson now sending Hitman to the outside. I'm going to try and wear him down here. And Anderson now picking up the Hitman. Now, oh, Anderson, Hitman fighting back though. Oh, Hitman fought back with a few elbows to the midsection, tried to throw him into the turnbuckle, but you saw Anderson managed to catch himself. Hitman's unaware of this though, and the Hitman, oh man! Huge clothesline there by Anderson. Unsuspecting Hitman, just head taken off by a clothesline. Anderson maintaining control.
And that's good in-ring awareness there by Anderson. He noticed the Hitman was pulling him down. Anderson on the top rope, but look at this though! The Hitman catches him here, and the Hitman was playing possum, and look at this now! The Hitman has him here. Vertical suplex! Superplex from the middle turnbuckle. And Hitman now goes in for the cover here. 1, 2, does he have him? No! Anderson kicks out. And the Hitman has not put away Anderson quite yet. And now look at this though.
Hitman tuning up the band here. Inverted Atomic dropping a backbreaker. The Hitman setting up for a sharpshooter here, trying to make quick work of Anderson here. The Hitman setting up for the sharpshooter. And the Hitman now tries to get it in here, and no, Anderson covers. Look at this. He's got his hand on the ropes here. No! And Anderson wins the belt. Anderson with a small package. Take a look at this again here. And you can see Hitman tried to get that sharpshooter in there. But Anderson managed to roll him up inside cradle and managed to get the 3 with his hand on the rope though, Greeny. And with that, Arn Anderson is our new internet champion.
He doesn't deserve to win, and you know it. He cheated.
Yeah, but if the ref don't see it, it don't count.
Whatever. Anyway, we have an Intercontinental Championship match, as well as the debut of a brand new superstar. It's Big Van Vader versus Sting.
Let's go backstage and see what these men have to say.
Thanks, Greeny. I'm here with the challenger, Big Van Vader, and Vader, you made your presence known on Collision. What are your thoughts about this match and your debut?
Stinger! In just a very short time, Vader is going to take away your most prized possession. For I fear no man, and I feel no pain.
And now down to blue with the champion.
Thanks, Reddy. I'm here with the champion, Sting. And Sting, you faced Vader before, but never in WCC. You know what he's capable of with his size. How are you going to fight him in this match?
I know Big Van Vader's got 200 plus pounds on me, and I know he's got an edge, if that's what you want to call it. He's going to put me through the test like nobody's ever put me through the test before, but I also know that I've got a big, huge wave behind me, a huge wave of stingers, all different sizes, shapes, and colors. It doesn't matter to me. They're behind me, though, and I know they're going to help me topple right over the top of Van Vader, and I'm going to win, or I'm going to die trying.
Wow, that about says it all. Let's go down to the ring for the match.
Here we go. We're about to see the debut of a brand new superstar, Big Van Vader.
Absolutely. This man made his presence known. Randy Savage is still out after that Vader bomb. And he's got a shot against the Intercontinental Champion, Sting. And just a big man, 400 pounds, but he's so agile for his size, and I think that's what's most dangerous about Big Van Vader. He's made a huge impact just injuring Savage. I still don't know what he wants with Savage. I just think he saw him as a roadblock.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing's going to get in this man's way. Wait and see, though, actually. The Intercontinental Champion, Sting, is about to do battle.
No, see, I'm not... The thing about Sting was he took advantage of Randy Savage's injuries here. And I gotta wonder if that's noble of him.
Yeah, I made this point before, too. Sting was working on Randy Savage's back. He reluctantly accepted Vader's assistance, but make no bones about it, Savage tapped out because of the strength of Scorpion Deathlock, not because of Big Van Vader. There's the big tie-up, and now, oh man, Big Van Vader making his presence known there with his strength.
Oh, absolutely, 450 pounds of man. He's the biggest superstar we've ever seen in WCC.
Vader just pushing him in the corner here. Now, oh, huge right and left hands there by Vader, and Vader showing off his striking abilities here. And, oh man, left uppercut there. Sends Sting to the far side. Oh man, Sting just running into a brick wall. And now we're starting to see what Big Van Vader brings to the table here in WCC. It's in-ring debut, and it's already starting to look impressive.
And now Vader again showing off his strength and his size to the far side. This is with a clothesline. And
here you can see Sting try to cross body there, but Vader catches him just effortlessly too. Just got him in his grasp right now, and Vader, oh man! Throwing Sting above his head with minimal effort there, and that is some incredible power there by Big Van Vader. Big Van Vader picking him up once more here, just holding him back there, and now Vader just, oh, huge, just right hand, left hand to the midsection, then an uppercut with the elbow, and Vader just striking away at him in the corner. And now Vader, he's got him again here. He's picking him up for a powerbomb. Yeah, look at this effortless strength again from Vader. And now, oh, nails him.
Look at that, though. Vader's holding on to him. Vader's holding on to him. He picked him back up. Unbelievable strength again. And Vader's going to kill Sting. My goodness. Oh, man.
And that was 4 just straight power bombs there by Vader. And I've never seen anything quite like this. And Sting is just very hurt. And Sting just leaning against the ropes here. And Vader clotheslining him to the outside. And this isn't even a match. This is just a one-sided slaughter here from Big Van Vader. And Sting just been destroyed already. Those power bombs, I just can't believe it. And now, into the ring post there. And Vader just slowly just tearing away at Sting.
And now looks like Vader's got Sting in a precarious position here. Going to try and set up a superplex, I would think. He's got him. He's on the second rope. There's a front face lock. Oh, I think Sting's holding on, though. Sting, oh, sunset flipping over, though, trying to powerbomb and over. Oh, man.
And Vader just falling right on Sting. You saw Sting try to get an offensive maneuver down with that sunset flip powerbomb. Just too much weight for Sting to lug over, and Vader just fell. And that's got to broken some ribs.
And oh, but Sting gets out of the way. Look at this. It's Sting with a clothesline. Sting coming back here. Look at this. I don't know how he's getting this. Sting now. Stinger splash. Sting has come back. Look at this. Sting's got him up. Oh, what a DDT. What an elevated DDT by the Stinger. And this is unbelievable.
Sting, how is he back up? There's a clothesline. And Sting with the crossbody knocks the big man over. 1, 2, and no. Vader kicks out there. And Sting from out of nowhere with an onslaught. Unbelievable. And Sting now. Vader's down. Vader is down. And Sting's got him up here. And Sting against the ropes here. Sting's trying to build some momentum here. Now to the far side. And oh, Vader! Vader taking his head off with that clothesline. And Sting just does a full backflip there. And my God.
Big Van Vader's just cleaning up here. That has knocked out Sting. He could win this match right now, but no. Vader's going for his Vader bomb here. Sting is not moving. And Vader now. Vader, oh man. And there's the cover, and that's going to do it. And Big Van Vader has defeated Sting in convincing fashion.
It wasn't even close. I cannot believe this. Big Van Vader, with unbelievable strength and power, has won the Intercontinental Championship. I wonder if Sting's going to be the same after that beating. And ladies and gentlemen, I have nothing to say about that match, except that Big Van Vader has made his presence known and is our new Intercontinental Champion.
He's a total monster.
And now on to our main event. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Mr. Perfect will square off against Ric Flair. But before we see the match, let's take a look back and see how these two men got here. Rolls him up. Brett's got him. 1, 2, and no. Flair rolls him over. Look at this. 1, 2. Does he have him? Yes, he does. 3, and Flair got him. Flair got him. At Summer Superstars, Nature Boy Ric Flair became the first superstar to hold the world title on more than one occasion. Since then, he has held the title for over 200 days, longer than anyone else. However, he has a new challenger, one that he knows very well. I tell you what, the Horsemen have been effective. Whoever's number 6 is going to be in big trouble. Wait a minute. No way, no way. It's Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. I can't believe it. Mr. Perfect debuted at the Royal Rumble last spring and made a huge impact, making it to the final 2 before being eliminated by Ric Flair. And now Perfect. He's got him against the ropes now. Reversal by Flair. Perfect caught him. No! Flair lifts him over the top! And there it is! Since then, Mr. Perfect has made quite a resume for himself in WCC, winning the Intercontinental belt as well as WCC's first ladder match. He also beat out 8 men for this title shot. Will he be able to stop WCC's world champion here tonight? We're about to find out. And here it is, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for, the World Heavyweight Championship. And that man right there is the challenger, Mr. Perfect.
Beating out 8 men in the Champion and Challengers tournament to win this honor, to challenge Ric Flair. Ric Flair has held the title for 250 days. Can Mr. Perfect end that streak tonight?
Yeah, that's the real question. I mean, Mr. Perfect has made quite a resume for himself in WCC. He won the only ladder match WCC has ever had. He's also won the Intercontinental Championship. Mr. Perfect is a well-accomplished athlete here in WCC, and he's about to face the #1 superstar. And there he is, Nature Boy Ric Flair, 2-time and current WCC World Heavyweight Champion.
Nature Boy Ric Flair styling and profiling. I mean, he defended that belt with honor against Sting. His feet were on the ropes at the end, and I still don't agree with that, but he took Sting to that whole match, and he managed to pull out with a win. Nature Boy Ric Flair, just a very, very accomplished champion. Only one man, this is an underrated statistic, but only one man has beaten Ric Flair in WCC, and that's the Macho Man Randy Savage. No other man has defeated Ric Flair.
And there you can see the standoff between Mr. Perfect and Ric Flair, as World Heavyweight Champion is about to do battle here tonight. He's putting away that magnificent robe, and now you can finally see the title belt. That's what it's all about around Nature Boy Ric Flair's waist, the World Heavyweight Championship. The battle's about to begin very, very soon. Flair disposing of that belt, and we're underway. Now there you can see, oh my goodness, and look at that drop kick there by Mr. Perfect to kick things off. Curt Hennig's got him in the corner. There's a few knife-edge chops there by Mr. Perfect, and now sending Flair to the far side, and a bang back body drop, and Mr. Perfect starting out very quickly here. And now look at this, Perfect again has him in the corner. A few knife-edge chops again. Flair is overwhelmed here. Flair turning around though. Look at these chops here from Flair though. And now looks like Perfect wasn't even affected. Perfect unaffected by those chops. Big inverted atomic drop by Perfect, and a huge clothesline. And there's a cover by Perfect now. 1, 2, and no, Flair kicks out. And this is a fast start here from Mr. Perfect. And Flair has gotten little offense done here in the early goings, and now Mr. Perfect now. See how Flair against the ropes now. Sends him to the far side. And now there's a shoulder tackle by Flair. Flair over the top. And now Perfect. There's a drop toe hold there by Perfect. And now going for the figure 4. But Flair kicks away though. And I think Flair is overwhelmed here by Mr. Perfect. I didn't think he expected an onslaught like this from Perfect. There's a reversal. Flair misses with a chop. And now Perfect over the top. And a drop kick. Nicely executed. Now another cover. 1, 2. And Flair kicks out. And Perfect just overwhelming the champion here. Mr. Perfect has, for lack of a better term, wrestled a perfect match so far to the far side now, and Flair over the top, and Perfect with a clothesline. And look at this here from Curt Hennig. Mr. Perfect has come to fight as Flair been overwhelmed here. Oh, there's a thumb to the eye. And Flair just needed some time to himself there as Mr. Perfect just been overwhelming the Nature Boy. Flair going to try and slow it down here though. To the far side now, Flair reversal there by Perfect. And oh! And Perfect, his knee hit that turnbuckle. Flair managed to get out of the way. And I think Flair's going to know that. He's going to know that Mr. Perfect hit his knee there. Look, he's going right for the leg. And now Flair. Flair looks like he's going to drop his knee here. And Flair now, dropping the knee right onto the injured shin there. Mr. Perfect to hit the turnbuckle. And this is exactly what Nature Boy Ric Flair likes to do. He loves to work on that leg and try and get the figure 4 on. And now Flair yanking the leg of Mr. Perfect. And now Ric Flair trying to going for the figure 4, but Perfect kicks away. And Mr. Perfect starting off so quickly in this match, but just the testament of Nature Boy Ric Flair. Ric Flair just took a beating in the opening few seconds of this match, but just like that, Ric Flair is perfectly fine, and now he's in control of this fight. There's a few knife-edge chops. And there's a knee to the injured shin there, Mr. Perfect. And now Flair. Flair now, he's got up Mr. Perfect. And now, dropping Perfect's shin over his own leg. And now, double legs him. And now Flair with the figure 4. Flair has the figure 4 on Mr. Perfect. And now, after the damage that is done, it may be just a matter of time. Mr. Perfect screaming in agony. Flair's got his hands on the ropes here. Perfect with the cover. 1, 2, is it all? No. And Perfect's down. Flair holding on to the ropes here. Perfect cannot turn. He cannot turn if Flair has his hands on the ropes. It's extra leverage. Look at that. He can't do it. Perfect trying to, and he's down again. He's down again. 1, 2. Is he out? No. And Perfect staying in it.
And I gotta tell you, this is masterful work here from Flair. Just not to succumb to Mr. Perfect's onslaught early on. And just like that, Perfect's down again. 1, 2.
And Perfect stays in it.
Yeah, but what I was saying is like that incredible onslaught of Mr. Perfect just invalidated now by Flair.
And Flair sitting back on it, and Mr. Perfect immediately just down. His hand is down. Is Perfect going to tap here? Is Perfect going to tap? He's raising his hands. Perfect going to tap. Is Perfect going to tap? Mr. Perfect now. I think he's down. I think he's knocked out. I don't think he tapped there. And Perfect. Mr. Perfect is down. No. Yo, he's all right. He gets his shoulder back up. And now Perfect. No. Perfect staying in it here. Perfect staying in it here.
And I gotta say, just Flair has got this match in the palm of his hands. Mr. Perfect needs to get to the ropes here. The damage is obviously done, but Mr. Perfect just cannot stay in this figure 4 for much longer. Perfect trying to turn. He's trying to turn. He's on his belly now. He's trying to inch his way to the ropes. And Mr. Perfect, and he makes the ropes.
Mr. Perfect barely making those ropes. And I think the damage may be done there. The left leg of Mr. Perfect, I think, has permanent damage done for the rest of this match. And I think Mr. Perfect may be down. Flair just picking up Mr. Perfect. I mean, Mr. Perfect now just started so strong, but you can just see how Flair just came back. And now Flair sending Perfect to the opposite turnbuckle. And that's damage to the back area of Mr. Perfect. Flair wants to get that figure 4 back on Perfect to help him submit. Another whip to the far side. And now, look at this, my Perfect! Look at this! Look at this! Perfect plex! Perfect plex! 1, 2, and no! Flair gets his hands on the ropes here. Look at this from Perfect. Perfect. Oh! He barely got him up though. Perfect barely got him up. Sunset flip now with a cover now from Perfect. 1, 2, and no. Perfect has come alive here. Missed with a clothesline. Oh, and a super kick. Beautiful super kick by Mr. Perfect. 1, 2, and Flair kicks out again. Mr. Perfect, I don't know where it's coming from. And Perfect now. Oh! Back to the knee there. And Flair going right back to the knee. Just shutting down and wait a minute. Look at this small package. Wait a minute. 1, 2. He got him. Mr. Perfect got Ric Flair. And that's it. That is it. Mr. Perfect has done it. Mr. Perfect is our new World Heavyweight Champion. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Ric Flair was hot dogging with that woo. He thought he had him with that shot to the shin. But Perfect just rolls him up with a simple cradle. And just like that, Mr. Perfect is our World Heavyweight Champion. And fans, we are out of time. Thank you for tuning in to WCC's Snowed-In.